Duskie Estes of Farm to Pantry, and today we're gonna make a snap pea and tarragon risotto to pair with the Piper Sonoma Blanc de Blanc. The apple and citrus notes in the Blanc de Blanc pair perfectly with spring green vegetables. The first move in making your risotto is to open up the aromatics in the leeks. So first I'm gonna cut the leek. If it's sandy, you would rinse it under cold water, but this leek is pretty clean, so I don't need to. So I'm just gonna make some half moons. And the leeks go into my pot with a little bit of oil. On medium high. And that'll take about 5 minutes to open up the aromatic. So while the leeks are getting aromatic in your pot, it's time to put a little Piper Sonoma Blanc de Blanc in your glass. We're gonna put a little in the risotto, and the chef needs a little along the way too. Whoop-ah! Okay. Now it's time to add the risotto. So I'm just gonna stir to coat each grain of arborio with a little bit of the olive oil. And then we add the Piper Sonoma Blanc de Blanc. What's good enough for me is good enough for the risotto. Once the Piper Sonoma Blanc de Blanc is absorbed into the arborio rice, it's time to add a ladle at a time of your stock. And I'm reducing this down to medium heat. So you just want to periodically stir and add stock as it gets absorbed. And in the meantime, you can blanch your snap peas and make a snap pea puree. So I'm gonna do that now. So with the snap peas, what you do is remove the stringy end. And I have boiling salted water going. So I'm going to put my snap peas in the boiling salted water. And we're gonna let it go a little bit longer than a perfect blanch because we don't want totally crunchy snap peas. We wanna be able to blend them into a puree. And in the meantime, you can pick your tarragon that you're gonna add to your snap peas. And I love the flavor of tarragon with snap peas. It's sort of like springtime basil is what I would say. It adds a little note of anise, but it's mostly spring green. I'm gonna pull a couple out for garnishing that I want crunchy. While the risotto's cooking, you can stay busy making your pea puree. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the snap peas that I've blanched and shocked and some tarragon that I've picked and place it in a blender to make a puree with a little bit of the ice water. A little bit of water so that it'll puree and a little bit of salt. And on it goes. Now we have this beautiful green puree to add to our risotto. We're gonna add our pea puree. Some pecorino, which is very similar to Parmesan cheese, but instead of being made from cow's milk, it's made from sheep's milk. But if you have Parmesan and not pecorino, you could use that too. And then butter makes everything better. And I'm a big fan of Meyer lemon. In Sonoma County, we have so many amazing Meyer lemons, and we get to glean them all the time for Farm to Pantry. So then I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper. Stir all this luscious goodness in. Now it's time to plate. The best part, because then you get to eat and drink. So So I'm gonna put a little risotto in my bowl. And then I'm gonna garnish with whatever I have. So today what I have is some beautiful flowering rosemary, the snap peas that I blanched and cut in half. So I'm gonna make a little pile of these snap peas to show off. Some Meyer lemons that I diced. I'm gonna use a peeler, a vegetable peeler on the pecorino. Some chives. And some of these rosemary blossoms. But borage would be great, or chive blossoms would be great, whatever you happen to have growing in your garden. So now we're ready to eat the snap pea and tarragon risotto paired with the Piper Sonoma Blanc de Blanc. Cheers to spring!